to think about aggravating times at the fuel island. Yeah, so let's see if anybody comes in. Everybody's probably driving, but I wanted to know what drives you nuts at the fuel island, okay? Um, I understand the fuel island. People use it to check the fluids, check the belts. They kind of do a pre-tip in the fuel island. If you've been driving for a while and you get fuel, you want to top off your water, you want to check your coolant, make sure nothing's leaking. You open the hood, you take your time cleaning the windshield. I understand all that, and I get why you do that in the fuel island. But the thing that aggravates me, there's something about fuel islands that aggravates me is when people, um, what's up, Bruce? Yes, I'm home. I just got home today. I got home real early, so I'm here with my son in the backyard. He's running around playing with his things, so enjoying life. Off till Saturday, so it's good. But the fuel island, guys, don't do this. If you're the type of person that cleans the truck at the fuel island, that is the most aggravating part of the fuel island. If you want to take your 30-minute break, as long as you're doing something, checking your tire pressures, they got an airline there so you can check your tire pressures. They got a water hose to fill up.
Leave this outside because I want some bugs could get on this.
Okay.
Because that's gonna be the bugs' new home.
Okay, that's a new home for the bugs?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they can lay down and cuddle when it's nighttime.
Okay. But yeah, sorry, my son was talking. But yeah, the fuel island. The fuel island, you could check your fluids, check your belts, check your wipers, clean your windshield, set your tire pressure if you want. You have the water hose so you can fill up your radiator if you're leaking water, and you could fuel. So can you take a 30-minute break in the fuel island? If you're using it properly, yeah. If you're just sitting there eating or doing nothing, then I'll be kind of upset with people being there for 30 minutes. So, hey, what's going on, Walmart driver? Where's 6073? And you're going to hate me for this, but Walmart drivers always mention the DC number. I don't know. I always tell people I'm from Sanger, Texas, because people are not going to know that DC number, or at least I don't know. Pageland, South Carolina. Oh, man. So you went through the onboarding out there. That is probably the toughest one because it's the one that people fail the most, I guess. I've had a couple of friends go down there and they get a trophy for participating. Eventually they made it in, though. So they had to go second time. But, yeah, if you're at the fuel island, yeah, Lawrence. Yeah, that I've heard horror stories about that DC. Oh, not the DC. Sorry, the training. But the thing that's aggravating to me is the fuel island when they wash the trucks with the water hose. I don't know if you guys know I'm a team driver. So being a team driver, we get to fuel at Pilots and Flying J's. I don't have to go to a DC and fuel. I could fuel Pilots Flying J's because we're running east to west, west to east.
Can you try to?
And we don't go by some.
Put them on me.
We don't go by DCs all the time. We go from vendors to DCs, but in between, we just highway. When people wash their trucks with the water hose, that is really aggravating. Just because then I see you cleaning your truck, you're wetting everything, you're getting water all over the fuel pump, you're getting water all over the floor, you're getting water everywhere, and then I have to go pull up and dirty my shoes, bring all that water into the truck, dirty the floor of the truck. I got rubber mats, but still, I don't want to deal with that water. Like, don't clean your truck at the fuel island. Want to say hi?
Hi, guys.
Hey, hi. Yeah, I got some friends on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, yeah, so that is the most aggravating thing about the fuel island. If you're going to take a 30-minute break, if you're like, hey, man, I got 5 minutes left on my break, I don't care. Take it. They say hi. Nate say hi.
Hi.
He said hi. But
my name is Nathan.
No, Nate.
Oh, that's my name, Nathan.
No, yeah, it's not your name. But anyways, yeah. So do you guys do that? Do you guys water your truck down and the fuel island with the hose and just get everything dirty, and get everything wet and then just leave a mess for the next driver after you. I I had to this week. I was at a truck stop and the attendant, the guy that picks up the garbage and does all that stuff, he grabs the water buckets for the windshields, right? And he throws it on the floor right in between the fuel pump and my driver door and gets it all wet. Let me tell you, I had to take a deep breather and I had to explain to him, hey, sir, please don't do that again. He did that with when he was emptying out the buckets, he was emptying it towards the trucks and the driver's door. So I had to explain to him, please don't do that. We got to step on that now and we get our trucks dirty. I know we clean the floors. I got rubber mats and we're able to clean them and do all that stuff. But it's just nasty. It just
Bobby, can you
get
cut this
wet.
off with that? Because I just connected with the wrong one.
Yeah. But yeah, so how is Pageland, Nate? So that is my horror story from fuel base. Fuel islands in in the truck stops. Just don't be that guy. Don't be that guy that wets everything and keeps it dirty for the other ones. Like another thing I do on the truck stops when I clean my hands in the shower in the bathrooms, I grab the napkins to dry my hands and then I dry in front of the sink. With whatever I dry my hands with before I throw it in the garbage, I wipe in front of the sink. That way people don't get their shirts dirty when they come up to clean the hands. I don't know. It's crazy. Grocery disease always rushing. So Nate, I have a question. I drive. I'm teaming, so I don't do nothing. All I do is drop in hooks. I don't back into any doors. I don't go to any stores. I go from like cold storage places or vendors to DCs. So I don't see any stores or anything like that. Um, how do you like? Because I feel like I would like to be in a grocery DC more than a GM. I'm at a GM. I'm at a GM DC. But in the summer out here in Texas, it gets super hot, and I think I would rather be live unloaded instead of having to double drop and hook a trailer in the middle of the heat out there in the sun. Um, yeah, I think I would rather be if I went back regional. I think grocery DCs would be easier in a way because you just hook up to a trailer. Yeah, you gotta. And when you go to grocery DCs, you should have a door that you could back right in so they could get you unloaded. So I feel like it's probably easier. Uh, you'll probably lose. Yeah, Bruce, I've lost 53 pounds already since you met me. Since we went onboarding, I've lost 53 pounds. So I'm glad I left Prime. Better meal planning and stuff like that. But yeah, so grocery DCs, I used to love going to neighborhood markets. People don't like going to neighborhood markets because they're tight. But I always had a great experience at the neighborhood markets. I was always by the time I got to the door, they had already my trailer door open and they already started unloading me at neighborhood market. So I one day before I went teaming, I asked one of the guys, "You could no
I'm
push
about to sway.
no figure it out, get off of it, figure it out. You could do it.
I cannot do it.
Yeah, you
There's
can.
not no way.
You could do it. But
Do you want me to fall down because my head is...
you're not gonna fall, Liam. So yeah, grocery DCs could be good. Bruce, you work out of Plainview. I don't know what's up with the people in Plainview. I remember I did a few deliveries out of Plainview, and I'm gonna say 85% of the loads that I grabbed from Plainview, the pallets fell over. I don't know why. And then they get mad when you get robots to come do your job. But man, that was the guys. I don't know. It just didn't seem like they were doing a good job at the warehouse. And how far is it up the warehouse? I know you guys were remodeling. Is it almost over or no? I don't know. But yeah, I think grocery DCs. will be a lot better in the summer if you were regional, just because you get to. Oh, see, robots do it better. They don't need 30-minute breaks. They don't need smoking breaks. They don't need, um, they could work all day. Which I'm not for them robots. Like when I go to stores, I don't use self checkout because I would like a person to have a job. But when people are costing the company money with damaged products that they can't sell, or they're tired, or they're not effective, or whatever, I guess where I could see the benefits of having robots in the warehouse.
Papi, can you help me pick
Nice.
this up?
No, not right now.
No, Papi.
Not right now, Liam.
Papi, do
Yeah.
you want to be mean to me or something?
I'm not being mean. I'm doing something right now. So, yeah. Yeah, the robots don't call out. Robots don't get pregnant and need time off. They don't break. They don't get hurt. Like me, I broke an ankle before. So I could see the benefit of robots for companies, but I don't see how that benefits employment for people that need jobs. Like, I don't know. I guess if people did their jobs and they were effective and they were good at it, then they wouldn't need robots. But when it's costing the company money, see you later. Robots it is. And
Yay.
having robots, you don't gotta pay them benefits. You don't gotta pay employee tax on the. You don't gotta give them medical, dental, vision, nothing. It's just a piece of machinery that can go
Yes,
24
that's
hours
true.
a day.
That's very true.
So,
Papi.
yeah.
True.
But guys, I just wanted to come in and say, try to keep the fuel islands clean for the next driver. The bathroom cleans for the next driver. Just try to be clean and be good, be safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. I gotta go. I want to go play with my son. He's dying for me to go play with him. So I'll see you guys. Be good out there. Be safe and stay clean. See ya.
That's kind of fun. You telling them that staying clean is very good too, Bobby.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, Bobby, I think you used to be this guy because this guy just dropped